What is up, people? I think there's enough light. We'll go with this, see how that works out. Yeah, I'm too far from the camera. Get a little closer. This is the Softotaku intro song. I know it isn't very long, but I hope you will enjoy my video. Last night, had some friends over and ended up talking most of the time, but towards the end, one friend especially, we ended up playing quite a bit of Guitar Hero, Rock Band. I don't remember which one it was. It was the Beatles one, so it was Rock Band. And he wanted to sing, and so I finally busted this out. First time I've ever played it. Yeah, the game itself is fun, but I don't like a lot of these songs. So that was an issue for us last night. And my wife called me from the bathtub to say that we were too loud. So we turned the volume down a little bit, but you know how it can be, boys are boys. It was around 10 o'clock on a Saturday night, so it wasn't like super late, and it was a weekend. Found out later that I had forgotten to close one of the windows. So, yeah. What did we do? We blessed the neighborhood with the sounds of Cyndi Lauper, Girls Just Want to Have Fun, and what else? Paula Abdul, Straight Up. What else did we sing? Sir Mix-a-Lot, Baby Got Back. Yep. Cool in the Gang, Celebration. KC Sunshine Band, That's the Way I Like It. And Blondie, Heart of Glass. It was quite a time. We discovered that which was it? I can't remember now. One mic is much friendlier or more gentle than the other. I don't know if there was like a level setting or something, that could have been it. But he was destroying me every time, like twice my score. And then we switched mics and I destroyed him, so I don't know what's up with that. But anyway, I was happy that I actually played this, and the songs there aren't that many songs that I really like. I think that I must have got a really good deal on it, otherwise I wouldn't have bought it, but it was a long time ago. Anyway, and we did play some Mario Kart, and I'm looking at all these Mario Kart wheels, and I was going to show you those, but I think I might do a quick little video on that on its own, because they're cute. But that's not what this video is about. That was all just intro stuff, I guess, to bring you up to speed. I was watching Steven's video, Gamer Not Loaded, yesterday. He was saying, well, he took a hiatus, but then he found this amazing deal on GameCube games, so he had to buy them. So he came back from his hiatus after only 3 days to say, look, you know, I had to buy these. And I said, hey man, whenever you go on hiatus or say you're not going to buy games, that's when you really find great deals. It happens to me all the time, and guess what? I'm trying not to buy stuff because I kind of bought a lot of stuff recently. Spent a lot of money. That's another video, or a couple videos. So today I had to go somewhere for work, and I thought, well, I'm here in the city, I might as well walk by the game stores. But my heart wasn't really in it. And I kind of looked around, you know, nothing too exciting. But then I found something that I thought was a pretty good deal. And it's not something I need, but I thought the price was good, and, you know, I could always trade it or something, you know, whatever. So I went ahead and bought it. And that was Box Virtual Boy for 4,480 yen, so about $40 US right now with the exchange rate as it is. And it's complete, but it doesn't have the manual. And it says on the box, Yanikusai, which apparently means it smells like cigarette smoke. So the thing is, the Virtual Boy, you put it against your face, right? So you don't really want it to stink. So I had a look at it, took it out of the box in the store, and I don't know, it doesn't smell bad anymore. I think maybe it did, but now it doesn't. Or maybe I just have I do have a cold right now, so that could have something to do with it, but yeah, it could be a lot worse. So, there it is. And actually, yep, no, but it's got, I was concerned because I forgot to check if it had the stand, but it's got the stand. So everything's there except the instruction manual, and that's dumb. I did look at it, and it's actually in really good shape. So, da-da-da. And so that sort of broke the seal, you know. I had bought something, and then I was like, well, I might as well go check out a couple other stores that were kind of nearby. And there's two stores. There's one where the owner guy is kind of normal, but he's just not very friendly. If you catch him on a good day, he can be really friendly. He's just, yeah, you just don't know. He can really be a jerk. Another nice, he's nice, but yeah, he's a little different, but not super different. And the other one, there's a guy who's just like really otaku, like in a not such a good way. He's just kind of sitting there like, anyway, so I go to the other one first because the second guy is kind of scary and he's watching you, you know, and like, I don't know, I don't want him to see me walking out of his store and going to the other store right across the hallway there. It doesn't matter. So I went into the first one, and I didn't really find anything. I didn't look very hard. Like I said, my heart wasn't really in it today. Where'd I put that stuff? Shoot. I thought I had everything ready, but now it appears that I was wrong. I went into that store, and I didn't look really hard. There were two really obnoxiously loud guys. I think they're probably college students, but they were super, super nerdy in the way that I'm not going to go there. Anyway, it was annoying. And they were standing in front of the showcase of the games I want to look at, and I couldn't be bothered. But I did buy, for 100 yen, which is a little less than $1, Mario Kart 7. What are these? Basically, yeah, what they are is Mario Kart 7, Mario and Luigi erasers, and this is a pencil, but you can like snap this onto the pen, and it's got a spring, or pencil, and it's got a spring, and you push a button and it shoots it off. So that's, I don't know, I might do a video just this, because I've never seen it before, but anyway, got that for $1. And this is the exact same thing. Oh no. I would have bought 20 of them probably if they had them. They'd be awesome to put into trade packages. But two, yeah, the hoarder in me says I might need to keep both of those. We'll see. Alright. Moving on. So then, yeah, that's all I bought at that store. And then I went across the way to the kind of weird guy's store. And he's usually really nice to me because I go there and I talk to him and stuff, but he can be scary. And I've talked about it before, but basically I found maybe the most amazing game find I've found in a store ever. So obviously I have to save that for the end of the video. So I'll show you, I bought 2 games there. And I guess this can be a hint if you, maybe it can be a hint. The price was so low that I didn't want him to be suspicious and check it online. So, because normally I'd just be like, yeah, I'll take that. But I mean, it was so low. I mean, wow. I was trying to think of ways to just make sure that I got out of there, you know, like I was not stealing from him, you know, but because I mean, he obviously got it for less than he's selling it for. So I don't know where he gets his games, because I've asked him before if he'll buy from me, and he's like, no, I don't do that. So I need to find out where he shops. Anyway, so instead of just saying, I want that, I said, oh yeah, trying to be nonchalant, you know. I'll take these 2. And he's like, oh, well, you know, they're naked, he said. Hadashi ni naru. Hadashi, sorry. Haraka ni naru. Hadashi means barefoot. Barefoot. And I said, oh yeah, that's fine. I'll just make my own box. And he kind of looked at me like, hmm? Anyway, so I said, yeah, no, I'll take them. So one of them was this game, which is awesome. And I'm pretty sure I overpaid for it, but it was part of my strategy just to kind of seem, I don't know. I wanted the game. I wanted it boxed, but Lloyd, do you still have this boxed? Mr. Do. And I paid like $25 for this. It is a really good game though, so yeah, for the Super Famicom. And something else. I should have taken a picture of the sort of showcase so you could see the game and it's how it looked when I saw it, but I really didn't want to draw attention to it. So anyway, and then I realized I didn't really have a lot of cash. I only had $50 basically. So I said, can you please hold these for me? Again, try not to seem too desperate. And I'll just run to the ATM and I'll be right back. But I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I hope he doesn't sell that to somebody else or like look it up online and decide to charge way more. So, and the ATM's super far. So anyway, I got to the ATM and I ended up going to a closer one and paying an extra fee instead of going to my actual bank and getting the free withdrawal or whatever, because it's like, time is of the essence, right? So anyway, I got back and I bought it, but I have to save that for the end. So then after that, I was just like, I can't believe it's not butter. No, I just was it. And I put on Facebook, I have a Facebook page, Softotaku with, Softotaku, that's the page, and then I have it doesn't matter. Anyway, it's in the link, or there's a link on my YouTube channel page. Oh, there's a poster here. This is Panzer Dragoon, story. I can't remember if this is from Vi or the first one, but I just thought it'd be neat to put a poster here once in a while and maybe do a video because I can. And I don't really have enough wall space in the game room to put many posters up, so at least I can do something here. Hopefully the 30 minutes or so that it's got tape on it it'll come off, nicely. But that's what I found, so that's what went up. What else do we have here? I don't remember. Okay, so then after this amazing buy, I put on Facebook, hey, try to guess what I got, and if you guess it right, I'll shout you out in the video. And nobody guessed it, so sorry dudes. But thanks for trying, and check out the Facebook page, because I recently put up a video that's only on Facebook. And I'm trying to do more with that and just sort of, I don't know, be more active with it. So I do pictures and stuff like that. But right, so there's that. And it's a lot easier to communicate through Facebook as well compared to YouTube. Or even email for that matter. So yeah, after that purchase, I just kind of went for a walk and I decided that I would kind of wander around a bit more. I stopped and had lunch. And then what did I do next? I walked to Book Off, which I think you have some of in the US. And I've been talking about this for years, how I want to get this one day. And the price was right, and it's in basically perfect condition, so I bought it. No, I don't need it, but I just love this because the idea of a brown console, it's so cool. When the Nintendo DSi LL, as it's called in Japan, originally came out, this was the color I wanted, absolutely, because it's brown. Like, that's so weird to me. But they were sold out, and I needed it now, because, like, the screen is so big. So I bought the wine red one, which is kind of cool because I got a Nerf case for it, and it matches perfectly, and I really like it. But I always kind of was like, oh, man, I really wish I would have got this. They had it on display, and I, read the sort of description, and it said, box, yes. Instruction manual, yes. Scratches, no. And I forget. Anyway, it was in basically perfect condition according to their description, and there was a 300 yen discount. So, and it was like $40, I guess, American. And I'll open it up really quick. It's in good shape. I'll have to try this Nintendo Club serial number thing too, because it might be okay still. By the time you're watching this video, I've already put it in, so don't bother. But it still had, the extra pen in the little plastic thing, and then the console in the plastic thing. I mean, it's just in such nice condition. It's got a few fingerprints on it, but I love this color. It's brown, people. And then at first I was like, wait a minute, that looks like a scratch, but I looked closer and it's got screen protectors, right? So any scratches or whatever, it's just that. So this thing's basically mint. And yeah, and I am really happy to get this because it's a brown console. It's so great. It's so great. I want to make a brown new 3DS XL that's not glossy. Do you hear me, Nintendo? Make a brown one or a purple or pink. Those are all good colors, but not glossy, please. Thank you, the management. All right, so I'll put this back away later. I don't want to waste time putting it back in the box. So I was really happy to get that, and it was kind of like, oh, I probably shouldn't. I should wait, but I don't know when I'm gonna find one in that good of condition for that price. So I did buy it, and I was again really happy. Like, this is great. I can't believe I'm finding all this stuff. And I'm like, oh, I shouldn't be spending this money, but. So I got all the way back downstairs. This store is like on the 4th floor or something. And then I realized I hadn't even looked at the games. I just went and looked at the consoles, bought that, and left. So I went all the way back up there. Guy was standing at the escalator giving like little 20% coupons, and he kept saying CDs, DVDs, books, I think, I don't remember, and games. Let me check if that's someone on Facebook. All right, we've got some new guesses on Facebook Live. Here we go. See if I can remember the story here. But I'll tell you this part first. That's a message. And it's not about the thing. So, no new guesses? All right. People want to know what system it was, but if I told you that, I think you might be able to guess it too easily. So what was I saying? Right, so he's like, oh yeah, 20% off, and he said games, I'm sure of it. So I found this game, but then when I tried to give him a 20% off coupon, they're like, is it okay that this coupon doesn't apply to games? And I said, but he said it did, and she's like, no, he didn't. I'm pretty sure he did, but it's okay, because the game was already 250 yen, like $2.40 or something, and then it already had 20% marked off of that. And that game was, are you ready? Are you ready for this? Super Pinball Behind the Mask in a pretty munted box. But I like my pinball games. I like my boxed games, and well, this box really has seen better days. But 250 yen, 20% off of that, so 200 yen. So less than $2 for a boxed Super Famicom pinball game. And there it is. I'm happy with that. There you go. Pinball is, perfect pick up and play. You can play it for 10 or 15 minutes and be done with it. I love that. It's one of the reasons I love shoot 'em ups. Speaking of shoot 'em ups, I think it's time to show you what I bought. I had to make you wait, so if you didn't make it to the end, you can fast forward. It's not that hard to figure it out. How could I do an intro for this? Like 2 years ago, I think, or coming up on that, yeah, about 2 years ago, EdT1138 made I think it was a Top 3 Tuesday video back when that existed. I guess it still exists, but it's just not being done every week or whatever, but anyway. And it was, what 3 games do you most want to add to your collection? Something like that. And I made a video. It's crap. And the games were Bangayo for the N64. Got it. And I think it was Andro Dunas for the Neo Geo. Got it. And this game. This game, I almost bought a reproduction copy of this game with a box and everything. I forget what it was, but it was not, I think it was, they wanted $65. If I see it again, I might buy it because I want to have the box, because I bought this loose. I don't know. So anyway, I have all those games now, and it's amazing. Of course, I would love to have this complete in box. The one time I saw it in the wild complete in box, it was $800, and I was actually tempted. In fact, I wanted to find the manager because I know him. His name is Ogura, and I wanted to see if I could talk him down a bit because regular staff don't really have the authority at this store to negotiate prices. I was going to offer him 6, I think. And I mean, yeah, it's a lot of money, but these things, you can sell them down the road. It's not like it's just throwing your money away. So get over it if you're having a cow about that much money being spent on a video game. Because I'm going to take awesome care of it. And, you know, if I decide I don't want it someday, I can sell it possibly for more than I bought for. And if it goes down by half the value, I'm still happy to own it. So anyway, I didn't buy it, okay? So, but I always think, oh, I wonder if I should have, but $800? I think that's too much for this game. And since then, every time I see it, it's the first time I ever saw it in the wild, it was $400 for a loose cart at a game store. I wasn't really too tempted, but I was just like, I want it. And now I see it online. There's a few copies, and they're all starting price is $35 or $350. So when I saw this in the cabinet and it said 9,980 yen, you better believe I did a double take, and I almost didn't look. It's not one of the places that I normally check, but he had changed his inventory around, and somehow he'd gotten this game. So anyway, I got back, going back to the story, right? I got back with my cash that I'd gotten from the 7-Eleven ATM, and he said, oh man, that game, that was dangerous because a lot of people have been asking about it and they've been wanting to buy it, but they're all waiting for payday, right? And I mean, I don't know, I guess it's part-time workers or something, I don't know. When you see this game for that price, you just buy it. You don't worry about payday. You take out a loan, whatever. And so I just was fortunate that the people who wanted it didn't have the cash at the time. And then he kept his word to hold on to it for me for the 15 minutes or whatever it took for me to go back to the ATM machine. He knows what the game is. And I mean, yeah, anyway, he's like, yeah, I have not seen this game in 10 years. So the purchase was completed. And I tried to very coolly and calmly walk out of the store. He had LSD for the PS1, which is another one that I'm after one day. But he wanted like $150 for it, and I just passed. But, are you ready for this? Kind of wish I still had the price tag. Giving you a chance to guess. Yep, that happened. I paid like $95 for this game. And I'm sure some of you still think that's too much because you can emulate it or you can buy a repro copy, but to have the real thing, like it's hard for me to believe that I'm holding it in my hands. I'm gonna take it out of this little wrapper here, but I'll probably put it back in it, but yeah, my hands are clean, okay. And I think the label on this is actually, yeah, the label is nearly perfect. But it's not perfect. And that's almost a good thing, right? Because this is a game that people would probably make a copy of. But I bought it at a legit game store, and I don't know. I don't know how to tell if it's real, but I'm going to try to find out. Although I don't really want to bust it open either, so we'll see. There it is. He has a lot of these kind of games, you know, I mean, like, you know, these sort of more sought after Super Famicom games. So if you're gonna buy it at a game store and want it to be real, I think this was a pretty good bet. So there it is. This is one of the games I've been after for a long time. And oddly enough, this is not the last shooter that I need for my Super Famicom collection. I still need one of the Pocky and Rocky games. Kiki Kai Kai. The second one, boxed. And I think I still need a boxed copy of Biometal. Other than that, I think maybe I have them all for the Super Famicom. But this was the hardest one to get. But that stupid Pocky and Rocky game is getting expensive. I'm gonna go play this now. So, thank you for watching, and thank you for watching. Go check out my Facebook channel. Facebook page, not channel. I have a cold. It sucks. Okay, I love you. Bye-bye. Bonus, my new watch. It's camo. Woo-hoo-hoo, it's so exciting. Not as exciting as this. Bam! That won't be the thumbnail. Bye-bye. Okay, I'm such a dork. Sir Flash just guessed Battlemania 2, and that's a good guess, but that's not it. I just realized I got so excited about this game and telling the story about how I got it. I didn't talk about the game itself. This is half platformer, well, action platformer, I guess you'd call it. Kind of like Contra, I guess. And half spaceship shoot 'em up. And, you know, the levels kind of alternate. And the shoot 'em up levels are really good. The platforming is good. I mean, the action platforming stuff is good too, but the shooter levels are really good on this. This is one of the last games that was made for the Super Famicom. It was only printed in Japan. It was only made in Japan. And I think that it's a pretty low print run. And I don't remember the reasons for that. I've read about it so many times, but it's just not coming to me right now. But it's one of those games. If you go on the auction sites, like, and you search Super Famicom games, and then set the filter to go from most expensive to least expensive, it's always like the top 3. This game. So like this is like it's such a big deal that I have this in my hands right now, and that I paid so little for it. I mean, what I paid for that is like, you know, what you would pay for a new PS4 or Xbox One game plus lunch or something. You know what I mean? So, well, maybe dinner. Anyway, so happy to have this. Thank you. Bye.